Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have been MIA recently, just because of work and life and stuff, but life has actually been pretty good lately. Um, I think it was my last video or the video before that where I had said that I thought that by now I would have been married, not because of like how old I am, but because of the relationship I was in. I thought that I was going to marry him. And then we broke up. Um, and then he got into a relationship. Um, well, um, him and his now ex-girlfriend broke up. And him and I got in touch again, and we have been seeing each other again. And I can't tell you how healing it is. Um, Not only to be back with him, but to be with someone who actually cares about me and is an actually good person. um, it's been really nice. And I'm really happy. Um, and I know like people are like, well, if you're really happy, like you wouldn't be saying how happy you are all the time, blah blah. But like I genuinely am really happy. And like I didn't think that I would ever see him again or ever talk to him again. And the fact that we're seeing each other again is just I have no words. Um I I forgot what it was like to be seen um on like a deeper level and to have someone know all of my thoughts and what I'm going to say before I say them and like just accept me for who I am. Like when we broke up, I was seeing some people and like I always had an underlying anxiety because the people I was seeing weren't great. um and I was always worried to be fully and completely myself. But with him, I don't have that worry. Like, he has seen me at my absolute lowest. Like, we had an apartment together. We lived together for a year. We had dated for a little over 2 years when we were together. Like, he knows me inside and out. And, like, it was almost like a whiplash when we started talking again because I forgot what that felt like. And I forgot how happy and wholesome a relationship actually can be. I didn't think that I was going to get that again. Um yeah. um I'm really happy. And it's been going really good. Um I also one of the things I wanted to talk about today is that I have an amazing friend group right now, and that is also new to me. I have always been the person that like I'll have one best friend and then that's kind of it. Like in high school I had a few friends, but like I never really had like a group of friends. Um it was mostly just like one best friend. And now, like I said, I have a really good group of friends that I work with and like it's really nice because like I'll have one friend call me to talk about like a game that she got me on, which I actually need to play more of. But it's like such a niche game that she like doesn't have anyone to um like nerd out about with, and now she has that chance, and like I'm glad that I get to be that person. And like she'll call me to talk about how she's doing in therapy and like how she's healing from her breakup. And then I'll have another friend who is like baking and stuff, and it's just it, it's awesome. And then I'll have another friend that like we she went through a lot in her childhood, but like we can help each other understand our childhood traumas. And then I have another friend who they're almost exactly like me, and when before they left the job that we had met at, everyone thought that we were siblings. um and then there's another friend that like it's just i- like she's also fantastic. And like I realized that the other day is that I've never really had a group of friends that are like all very different from each other and similar at the same time, that like we can be friends with every single person and like have different things that we connect on but still be a group. And I just think that that is so cool. And I don't know, like life is going really good right now and like I am trying to be very present in it, because for a long time, I mean, as you guys saw, like I've been struggling. And so while I'm in this section of my life, like I want to appreciate it while it's happening and not worry about what will happen, or what could happen, and not be consumed by my anxiety and overthink things and like think about the downfall of things. I'm really trying, excuse me, I'm really trying to be present in my life right now. And like at face value right now, everything is just really good. And really happy. Like I'm genuinely happy with the way things are right now. Um I also want to say, um and I was going to make a video about this a few weeks ago, but then for some reason didn't, or I just couldn't find the wording for it. But I went back on my antidepressants, if you couldn't tell. Um, and that was hard for me. It was hard for me to realize and come to terms with the fact that I am the kind of person that unfortunately I will most likely need to be on antidepressants for the rest of my life in order to be quote unquote normal. Um and not just be depressed all the time. Um and that was really hard for me to come to terms with, because I it sucks knowing that you have to be on a medication for the rest of your life in order to be okay and not want to unalive yourself constantly. Um, and one thing I will say is do not mess with your medications before talking to your doctor. And what I'm about to tell you, do not do. Like, I do not do what I am about to tell you that I did. Always talk to your doctor with anything to do with your medications before you quit them, before you start them, whatever. Talk to your doctor. So, I have always gone back and forth on like going like quitting my antidepressants and going back on it and whatever. Um, I take, I think it's Lexapro. It might be Zoloft. It's sertraline is the like actual name of it. I can't remember if that's Lexapro or Zoloft, but it's sertraline. Um, and the dosage that I'm on is 50 milligrams, and that is the lowest dose. That's like the starting dose that they put you on. Um, and I stopped taking that in, I want to say, October or November of last year. So October or November of 2024. I stopped taking it um because I'm the type of person that, like, if I'm taking an antidepressant and I'm getting depressed constantly, I will want to stop taking it. It They always teach in, like, therapy and hospitalization programs and stuff that, like, if you're feeling better, don't stop taking your meds, because a lot of people will stop taking their meds when they're starting to feel better. However, I'm the opposite. So people will stop taking their meds when they start to feel better because they think that they don't need it. I will stop taking it when it stops working or when I feel like it's not working, because I'm like, what's the point of taking this medicine, if it's not doing anything? So I stopped taking my medicine in November, October of 2024, and I was doing really good for a few months. And then I started not doing so good, as you guys saw. Um, the thing with medication too, um, especially like antidepressants, is that it takes about 3 months when you first start it to start working, because your body needs to get used to it or whatever. I don't really know the exact science behind it. Don't quote me. But it tends to take about 3 months. So, like, if you start a new med, they will give you about 3 months before they up the dosage if it's not working or whatever. So, it also goes for the fact that it takes about 3 months for it to get out of your system as well. So, I think that what I was going off of feeling better without taking my meds was the it leaving my system slowly. So I had about 3 months of being okay cuz it was still in my system. And then I started not being okay, um as again, as you guys saw, and I had to come to terms, excuse me, with the fact that I unfortunately am one of the people that I will most likely need to be medicated for the rest of my life in order to not want to unalive myself. Um, which is hard, because, like, it would be really great if I didn't have to take any medications. However, that's not how my brain is, and that's not how my body is. So, unfortunately, I will be having to take antidepressants for probably the rest of my life, or at least for the foreseeable future. So, I decided to go back on it because I still had a lot of um, my sertraline left over from when I was taking it before. It was not even close to being expired. We'll say that. And also, again, it was the starting dose. Um, but again, do not do anything with your meds unless you talk to your doctor first. Do not do what I did. Absolutely do not do what I did. I do not recommend it. It is not healthy. Don't do that. Um, this is my journey, and I know that I should have talked to my doctor before stopping or before going back on it. However, I have come to terms with that. Okay, but again, do not do what I did. Um, and so yeah, ever since I have been back on my antidepressants, and I can definitely tell that mentally I am doing a lot better. Do I need to shower and brush my teeth still? Absolutely. Um but I am definitely in a better mindset for sure. I I feel better. Um I'm not constantly in this depressive state. And the anger that I had talked about previously, that's gone. Um, and I'm not continuously bed rotting either. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still am to an extent though. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys this little update because I have been not posting for a little bit, but I I'm doing a lot better. And it's just it's nice. And it's nice to realize that too, to see where I was like a month or two ago. I wasn't in the best place. Like I was looking at treatment facilities to go into, just as like a backup plan, just to be safe. Um, and now, like, I'm actually going outside on my days off and like doing stuff, and it's really nice. So yeah, um, that's my little update for you guys. Thank you for watching again. I appreciate it. Um, if you want to like this video, if you want to subscribe, you can go ahead. I won't blame you if you don't. Um, but yeah, thank you guys for listening, and I will see you in the next video.